I'm Shelby Stroebel, 51 years old. I've been in the Valley for my entire life. We race a IMCA modified, basically a stock clip car, and small block Chevys, but they make upwards of 700 horsepower. We race those locally at Meridian Speedway. I first started seeing some issues when we were working on the race cars and things like that. I was having trouble kneeling down and working on it. And then, of course, getting myself back up. I ended up realizing that I had to roll over and try to get up, things like that.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Good to see you. I first met Shelby about a year ago, and he was having some hip pain in both of his hips. His left hip hurt him more than his right.
And so we ended up getting an appointment with Dr. Vaux, and he did an x-ray and said that I needed double bilateral hip replacements, both sides, and that was pretty shocking to me.
He took some x-rays and showed he had severe bilateral hip arthritis. And we talked about the various options for that, including surgery. And at the time, he was not quite ready to jump on surgery because of how young and active he was. He owns his own excavation company and is in and out of trucks and up and down machinery all the time. And so it became something where that hip arthritis was just really severely negatively impacting his ability to even just work on a daily basis.
It got worse to where I couldn't lift my leg up on a motorcycle. Like when you take off and lift your leg up, you couldn't lift it up. I couldn't get my legs in a pickup without helping with my hands.
He had a full hip replacement, which is where we replaced both the ball and the socket joint and give a new, fresh articulation that is friction-free and hopefully pain-free for his hip.
And so we went in and had the first surgery December 5th. Everything went amazing. Dr. Vaux did a great job, and we kept communicating with him, and 2 months later, I had my second surgery, and everything has been going very well, and I was able to get right back to work.
Fairly routine. In our post-op recovery, we have you walk in the same day of surgery, generally within a few hours. About 80% of our patients can go home if they're healthy and have good help at home.
We ended up walking out of the hospital the same day of the surgeries, and we had a walker that I used for about a week, and then I just started being careful with it and walking without it and got back to work as soon as possible. Before the surgery, I couldn't step up on our trailers to tie our machines down, and now I can do that. It just has completely changed my life back to the way it was. It's crazy to know that you go in at 5:30 in the morning and you leave at 3:30 in the afternoon, and you can come home and walk up those stairs with a hip like they literally like cut it all out. I mean, it's impressive. I asked him how, if it looked that bad or not in there, and he said it was horrible and that I had actually worn my ball joint flat.
You mentioned your hips pinching. It's really because you have what's called a cam deformity, or had, I should say, where your ball was not as round.
I'm just so glad that we're able to get hooked up with Dr. Vaux and St. Alphonsus and get this taken care of so that I can live the rest of my life pain-free and doing what I'd like to do.
Similar to Shelby, if you have hip or knee pain, we're happy to see you at any point and talk about options, whether that's surgical or non-surgical. I think my ultimate goal is to present patients with what their diagnosis is, find a treatment plan that will work for them, and oftentimes that does include surgery. I think the benefit of a joint replacement is it can get you back to doing the activities that you enjoy, and that's our ultimate goal.
I'm already able to bend down and get back up a lot better than before, and I'm going to be able to continue my legacy in racing for my dad and our family, and try to go after all those wins.